You can kind of see our infrastructure here. What do you think?
Awesome.
I'm a big believer in using systems. System stands for save yourself stress, time, energy, and money, right? So we can do a lot with when we use the proper infrastructure to make sure that we're able to provide our product efficiently and be able to provide great levels of service to everybody. So I know we have some guests here, and we have some people that, you know, obviously they're already in Talk Fusion. So where would you like me to begin?
About some questions and answers?
We can do that. Does everybody know the history of the company and such, or no?
No.
Do you know?
No.
You want me to start that first?
Yeah.
Okay. It's very simple. I'm the only owner of Talk Fusion. We have no investors. We're a debt-free company. We own all of our own technology. Anything you see, we own. We have a great infrastructure to be able to have all of our graphic artists, all of our IT personnel belong solely to Talk Fusion. They're employees of Talk Fusion. I don't believe in farming anything out because you lose control of quality and your costs can escalate. And simply you're at somebody else's mercy many times if when they get to it, they get to it. So we keep very tight controls on everything which goes in here. And it all started, I spent a lot of money starting the company. It's about 5 years ago. I was in North Carolina on vacation, looking at a second home to purchase up in Lake Toxaway, which is outside of Asheville. Took a very quick video of the house, went to email it back home to Mom to show Mom, and AOL said the file was too big. So that's when it hit me. I had that aha moment, the light bulb turned on. I thought, man, how cool would it be if I could turn around and develop a product which the average person can send videos reliably through email. I mean, who would really want the product? From all the business uses, social media uses, and there wasn't even social media wasn't even really a thing at the time, and everything in between. So that's how the company got started. To date, we do business in over 100 countries and growing. We have customers from Norwegian cruise lines to United States Military Academy to police departments to Applebee's restaurant to Metropolitan Ministries to University of Penn volleyball team, Penn State rather, University of Georgia. I mean, many different cross sections. Basically, anybody that's in business can use our product, and anybody that wants a better way to communicate. The number one thing that our product does, which is overlooked by a lot of people just in life and in general, is the best thing around for creating relationships. Period. It doesn't matter. People will always be people. And for being a policeman for as long as I was, I can certainly tell you a few things. People love to be thanked. People love to feel appreciated. People love to be loved. Right? People love to develop friendships. And it's odd, many times, because the world gets so busy, people, lose relationships and such. And that's a bad thing for both business and obviously for personal use. So one of the great things about our product itself, the video email product, is it allows to keep relationships. When I started the company, it was just one product, which is video email. We have 8 now, 3 more we're working on as we're speaking. So the vision for the company is simple, is to become the predominant supplier of video-based communications, personal, business, social media, throughout the world. All priced in one bundle at a price where anybody can afford. So that's the vision. We're doing very well as a company, very prosperous, which I'm very thankful for. Myself, I've been doing direct selling for over 20 years now. I started when I was a deputy. Only way we had to make extra money was by working off-duty jobs. Once a month we'd go in, stick our ID card in a hat, they'd pick out, first one in would be the first one to sign up for the jobs, right? And they had tables kind of set up like this with, okay, from this one they needed security at a skating rink from 6 to 9. From this one you'd be directing traffic on the interstate with those big, do you ever see the police cars on the side of the road with the hoods up and you see them doing construction?
Yeah.
Those are guys and gals that are working off-duty jobs. They're not regular duty. So if you want to go by and speed and beep the horn, you can. Don't do that. Generally they won't bother with you, but if you tell them that you know me, you might get 2 tickets instead of 1. But no, that's what they do, is work off-duty jobs. So that was the only way we had to work to make extra money. So I was working an off-duty job at a church, and this gentleman came up to me. He's a parishioner in a church, big Catholic church. And he asked me if I was there conducting an investigation. I said, no, sir, I'm just here to help let traffic out, stop traffic, because when everybody was departing service, it was so big. He says, oh, that's interesting. So I went to go use the restroom, came back, and as I'm tinkling, he came up and asked me, did you ever hear of Amway? I'm like, no, never heard of Amway. What's Amway? I didn't even know what Amway was. And so he explained it to me, and then he's followed me back out to the police car, and no, man, there's better ways to make money. And then coincidentally, a few weeks later, I was given a sample of a nutritional product, which I loved. It was a thermogenic product, great for weight loss, great for energy. Somebody asked me, you want to pay 20 bucks or 32 bucks for it? I said, shoot, I'd rather pay, who I want to pay, is this a trick, right? Want to pay 20 instead of 32. Didn't know it was network marketing at the time. The guy told me, here's some samples, start passing it out. I did. People loved the product. And lo and behold, I was in business and really didn't even know I was in business. Went to a meeting one night, and man, people are drawing circles and all this other stuff. I'm like, what is this? And so that was my introduction. What I did know, what I clearly understood though, very quickly, is about leverage. I picked that up. That no matter how many hours I worked as a deputy, my paycheck would be limited. I got that. And the second part that I immediately began to recognize very quickly is that for most traditional businesses, the cost to get into the business is just exorbitant. I mean, I looked at Fantastic Sam's franchises, I looked at Pizza Hut, and my dad was laughing at me because I was like, golly, I mean, these $100,000, $200,000 franchises, and that's just the franchise, right? So I didn't have that kind of money then, and so it was just like anything else in life that is meant to be. It just happened at a right time in my life. I took it very seriously. Outperformed a few companies along the way. In other words, the companies that I chose went out of business, including the first one that I was just telling you about. They grew to 100,000 plus associates the first year. Became very close with the three owners, was the top earner in the Southeast part-time. We did our own training center. Everything was going great, and then one of the owners called me one day, and he says, I got some news for you. I have enough respect for you. I want you to tell you this before you hear it from anybody else. And I'm like, I was thinking, man, I won an award or something. The award was the company went out of business. I'm like, yikes. So one of the very most painful things I've ever done is having to stand in front of my group like this and explain to them that I kind of led them wrong. It gives me tears just thinking about it still. It's very painful because they extended their credibility because of me. And so we as a team left. We went to another company, and I had to give the same speech for that company a year and a half later. Oh. Did it one other time. Was the top earner in a prepaid telephone card company. I've never told this story before, I don't think, in open, in Ringgold, Georgia. And we all went out and celebrated. I had a $7,000 check for that week, and we're at corporate office, and everything was going great, and we did the tour. And I mean, their office wasn't that nice at all, but I mean, if you pay checks and put out the product, I mean, your office doesn't have to be tremendous. So we're out celebrating, and on the way back to the hotel, the interstate overpass hooked around, and you could look down upon the shopping mall. And down by the shopping mall, I saw a U-Haul truck backed up to the So my keen, pleased mind, right, said, no. So we made a U-turn, and lo and behold, they were moving out furniture and stuff in the middle of the night. So there's a couple guys there, a couple of distributors want to pick a fight, and I'm like, stop, this is not worth it. Hey, if they don't want us, we don't want them. Let's just go. So I had enough of that. So this is why I'm so vigilant as the owner of this company to make sure that everything runs as it should, and to make sure that we give everybody who puts forth the effort a great opportunity to earn income now and many years into the future. So that's kind of a little bit about how I got started in the industry and how Talk Fusion got started, and a little bit about my experience. I'm unusual in